Ladies, one of the most important traits you can have as a woman is emotional intelligence. I know it's good to be very intuitive and to just feel things in your body and follow that feeling. It's very important. But when you don't have emotional intelligence, you never know when someone is acting out of jealousy. You can never spot the kind of behavior or from what sign of behavior they are displaying to you. Women without any kind of emotional intelligence will go on and still hang out with friends who have shown them time upon time that they dislike them and they're envious of them and they're jealous of them. One thing or few things that jealous women don't have is the control over their emotions. They act out most of the time that jealousy in public, in private, everywhere it kicks them. So for you not to also be intelligent enough, because anyone who acts out any kind of negative emotion and don't have control over it is not intelligent, as we all know. You are not intelligent if you know you feel something and you can't simply sit down with that emotion, confront it, and just understand why you feel the way you feel. You are not intelligent, and that's a fact. And that's what women who are kind of like unhinged when it comes to those negative emotions, that's how they are. But what would separate you from that person is intelligence, and intelligence for your emotion. Because emotions they can be very chaotic. Someone who is very emotional or sensitive can be very chaotic. They can cause a lot of chaos in your life. So if you just meet a very emotional person who has not just an emotion but a negative emotion, they can bring a lot of chaos in your life. So the only thing you can have is the intelligence to know what kind of behavior is this and how do I treat this from this person. This is your life, and that is the job you have to do for yourself. No one else is going to recognize it for you, because you are the one who have or who understand the people around you, and you know the people around you better. So let's say, for example, you have a friend that you know that you going to their house or you inviting them to hang out with you or just be around you at that moment is going to cause them to feel a certain way. It might cause drama. Maybe where you guys are going, they kind of don't know how to behave in those kind of spaces. You are not going to invite them to that spaces. You have spaces that you can invite them to that they fit in, but you're not going to invite them to spaces where it requires you to behave in a certain way, to be respectful or to be accepted, right? That's how intelligent people act. If you know going to that family dinner with the guy you just met is going to cause a breakup early, or it's going to cause you to be a bit like you come from a background which is crazy, you don't do that. You don't go ahead and invite a guy that you like and getting to know to a family who are unhinged and emotional and like they have like crazy people in the midst of people. Some people just act weird in the midst of people and they can't even control that. They don't even know. They say anything that comes out of their mouth. They criticize people, they talk down on people, they gossip, they bring drama, all of that. Keep those people at like kind of like an arm's length where they can't really come and destroy the people who you're trying to protect, especially your peace of mind. Empathy is good. I am a very empathic person. I always say this, I'm a Pisces. I feel all the emotions. Me coming to this point where I'm in touch with my emotion enough to understand and manage it well has been a journey for me. I used to be those kind of women who didn't understand my emotions, who wasn't aware, who acted out of whatever I felt, okay? That, first of all, is childish and unintelligent, but I didn't know. I would just behave anyway, or I used to behave any type of way wherever I find myself, if I feel that way. A bit unhinged. until I discovered that there is something called emotional intelligence. And it has helped me get to the point where I'm able to tell, or I'm able to decipher what this, like the type of energy this person carries, the type of energy they don't carry, if I want to go ahead and be their friend or not. Who to invite to this place, who not to invite to this place. Which family member should I cut off? Which family member should I not cut off? Who do I need in my space? Who is very important to me? Who should I even prioritize in my life? Apart from myself and God. I was able to identify some of the patterns in my family that I don't want to continue or I don't want to carry on, and just lay that sword down. There are still people in my generation who are my cousins who are still continuing that old pattern of the family, and I can't get close to them, and they're not even smart enough to realize that, hey, this is something we can't go on if we want to have a different outcome in the next future. But because they don't have that emotional intelligence to even decipher why they behave the way they behave due to the people they hang out with and they talk to, they go on and keep on acting the way they act. And then they don't understand why I have to cut them off. And it's not my place to explain it to them because it's still going to not click. You know, when someone doesn't understand you or thinks that you're acting different, no matter how much you explain yourself, they're not going to understand you. And it will come off more like an argument, okay? It will come off more like you're trying to argue them or trying to convince them to think like you. I don't do that. I don't get people to think like me. I just do what is best for me, depending on the kind of situation we are in, okay? I do silent cutoffs. I do silent move-ons. I do silent family cutoff as well. I don't go around explaining myself and explaining to people unless I know they have some kind of intelligence and they are aware of their emotions. Some of you just hang out with women. I hear stories and I see a lot of actions on the internet. Some of you might be my subscribers, who know? I'm just speaking to myself and to everyone else. And the kind of friends you hang out with, I saw a video recently of a girl who was dancing in front of her friends, and her friends had this jealous face, bitter face, and she still hangs out with them. Some of you can't even read the body language of the friends you have. Those people have no emotional intelligence, so it's easy for you to know. It's easy for me to know when someone doesn't like me. From the way they look at me, from the way they act, their body language, the way their feet, I check everything. I'm not just going to hang out here and be friends with the enemy. So, I'm not overly critical about how you act. But then there are basic things that would tell if a person is interested in you as a person or if they're interested in something about you. Okay? Some people just want to come in just to know about you, but they're not really interested in you. You also need emotional intelligence to be able to decipher from that person. If someone is only interested in who they think you are and not who you are, they only come to get some benefit. They come because it's going to benefit them being associated with you. So they come for who they think you are and what you might bring to them, not who you are as a person. They don't care about that. So those people don't care running you over. They don't care betraying you. They don't care denying you when you guys are in something deep or in a deep crazy situation. They don't care denying you. They don't care letting you down and pulling the rug right under your feet. Because they didn't come for you as a person. They came for what they can get from you. So when they get whatever they want from you and you're in deep trouble, that is when they're going to show you, hey, I don't care who you are. If you have a good behavior or not, I don't care. You should have read me from the start. You didn't read me. Well, you're in deep shit right now. I have to leave. I can't waste time here. I have other people to victimize, and they will leave you right at the bottom. And some of you make weather friends, fair weather friends, friends who are there for a season. You take them on as family, as siblings. Oh, she's like a sister to me. She's like a brother to me. Whilst this person was only supposed to be there for a season. If you keep on holding, I've held on to friendship that was there for a season, okay? Because I loved that person as a friend. And I treated them like family. I have had that. And God didn't ruin me. If I had known what I know today, if I had known it back then, I would have cut the friendship right when the season ended. I would have. Did I have that intelligence at that time? No. I'm still a work in progress. But since I have the experience, I'm not going to gatekeep that from my subscribers or from you guys. You need to know. And you need to be aware of the kind of friends. And even if that means putting your friends in categories, I believe in putting people in your life in categories if that serves your own good. If that is going to help you in the long run, why not? Keep them in categories so that you can always be protecting your peace and knowing who to share your deep, dark secrets with, because you know those people are not going to betray you, and who not to share anything apart from your name and maybe your phone number. You know, there's some friends you only share your social media with them. I have friends that we only talk on social media and they can't have my phone number. It's very important to not treat acquaintances like family. Sometimes some people come because them being close to you looks good for them. They have a perception of you that they want to just get close to, just to learn about you and be you. But you don't have that intelligence, so you treat people or your fans, let me say, not literally your fans, because none of you are celebrities, I'm guessing, and if there's any celebrity, yeah, it applies directly as a fan, right? You people treat them as friends. Someone who is a fan or who behaves like a fan of you come in the name of, oh my God, I want to be like you, or they look up to you. Yes, it's good to be a good mentor. If you have any advice, maybe you work in a very high kind of like a leadership position or something like that. It's good to give people some advice, but you don't overextend yourself for them, okay? You treat them the way, or in the way that they came in as. If they came in as fan, you treat them as one. Because making friendship or making friends with people does not only depend on empathy and intuition, even though they count. Empathy is good, to feel for other people, to have compassion for other people, to be loving to other people. It's really good. But don't you think you should only give that to people who have earned that spot in your life where you feel like, damn, this is a good friend, and whatever they're going through, I feel for them. Don't you think so? I think so. I don't know about you. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, because some people argue, blah blah blah. It's fine, but in my own opinion, as an empathetic person, I'm very empathetic, and I feel for people, and I always want to help people around me. I'm always loving, giving, sharing, and just a sweetheart. The one thing that helped me keep a good boundary is me being emotionally intelligent and knowing even people to keep a stricter boundary with, and people that I can sometimes consider certain things and give them a pass, okay? And I haven't regretted yet. I mean, I put yet because I don't know. And there's some people that I will never ever give them a pass. They have to be kind of like behind that boundary fence for a while. They don't have that pass. It all boils down to that. Once you master emotional intelligence, can no one F with you, baby. Can no one come at you and get you in their good graces, which is not even good graces, but it's just jealousy maxed as good graces, okay? Can no one love bomb you into being their friend? Can no family member pull you into their negativity and drama? The moment you master emotional intelligence, I know you might become the black sheep, you might be the weirdo, but that is going to save you from drama, from a lot of gossips and a lot of clashes and chaos. You have a lot of peace. You have the right people around you because you can decipher and you know how to even manage your own emotions. So you only associate with people who have tamed the demon in them and learned the name of their demons. So it's under control. And they've learned empathy in addition to that. So they know when they even sense some jealousy, they'll be like, oh, I feel jealous about this person. Why do I feel like that? And they're able to tell, okay, I love the way they're confident and the way they carry themselves. How can I be confident too? And not like, I want to be like them. I want to take their lives from them. Not that kind of way. Okay? There are good ways, and emotionally intelligent people know. I sometimes feel envy. Of course I do. I'm human. I'm only human. I'm not going to say I've never felt envy in my life. No, I have. But one thing I ask myself, why am I envious of this person? And then I catch myself and I act like, okay, first of all, I'm comparing myself to them. And second of all, they have something that I desire. And what is that then? Oh, it could be that they dress nice. They have a good sense of fashion. I have a good sense of fashion. Maybe I should step it up. What is my style and how can I step it up? Okay, I'm going to look for people who resonate with my style. Or if I want a change of style, I'm going to find ways or things that I'm into right now that will reflect that creativity that I'm flowing in. And then I do that. And I become the best version of myself. But I don't go around stalking them, trying to be their friend, max as envy and jealousy. And then use that to just bring them down. All in the name of I don't want them to shine. That is not intelligent of me. And if you do that, that is not intelligent of you either. And if that person is not intelligent enough, I could come into their life, get into their good graces, and bring them down. But that's not the kind of person I am. And I believe that's not the kind of person you are. And if you're that kind of person, baby, you lack emotional intelligence. You are emotionally unintelligent. And you need to unlearn that. You need to catch yourself in those patterns. You need to map, why do I feel this way about this person? Why do I want to destroy them? What is it about me that I'm destroying myself, that I feel like I have to destroy other people? Okay, I'm destroying my own light because I'm not allowing myself to shine. Because I feel like everyone has to dim their light before I'm able to be seen or to be able to shine. So I have to catch myself. I should shine regardless. One day someone is going to catch my light. Okay? Okay. So that's what I have for you in this video. Today I couldn't show my face because it's late night and I decided to record before I go to sleep. It's like midnight here. So I can't just do my makeup or like just get dressed and get on camera. I just had this topic come in my head. I'm like, okay, let me make a video on that. That's a very, very important thing to know, okay? Because we're not always going to talk about protecting yourself whilst you are out here acting very unintelligent. That is not good. Or allowing unintelligent people into your space, okay? We need to know the emotional part of it. All right, lovelies. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much, and take good care of yourself and be the best version of yourself. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I've seen that about 80% of you haven't subscribed and 20% have only subscribed. So please, it's free. Just support me. But I'm not asking for anything, just your support. Subscribe and like this video. That's all, and share with a friend who needs it. I love you guys so much. Bye.